Liar.
Hi, friends.
Oh yeah, we back.
It's fight week.
We out here. We got a lot to talk about, actually. We were just talking about Dustin Poirier's staph infection.
Oof.
I was telling Kerry a story about so you seen what happened with Michael Chandler, right? He was like really gross in that fight. So remember Dustin Poirier after that fight, he was like, dude, you're nasty. He's like, you bled in my mouth, you spit
It is
in.
nasty.
It was yeah, it was like super gross. So did Michael Chandler give Dustin Poirier a staph infection from essentially being gross?
Possibly.
Somebody said because Poirier didn't shake his hand.
Yeah. So I was telling
So we got
Kelly
stabbed.
there's a story of a magic sword. And this magic sword, anyone that has it, when they unsheath it, they have to kill someone. And anyone that this sword hits will bleed to death. So the dude that has this sword gets into a fight with another Viking. He gets killed, but he unsheathed his sword. So his sword cut the other dude. And even though he died, the guy that got cut bled from his injuries and died. That's what Michael Chandler did. He's like, you might have beat me, but now you got a fucking staph infection. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he did it on purpose, but it's a story I like.
It's like trending now. Like, was it Luke Rockhold with Costa when he was just like, I forget what he was doing. Yeah, he was rubbing his nose.
When he rubbed his
him.
face, and it was, yeah.
Chandler's doing it. It's like, I don't know. I think.
I mean, BJ Penn's the first to really start that shit off when he licked the blood off his gloves.
Yeah,
that's true.
That was great. You know, there's something very primal about all that. But yeah, Chandler's a little gross.
just the slightest.
He's
Just a
like,
slight bit,
I
yeah.
love God. I love my country, man. I'm gonna work hard. And then in the fight night, he's like,
I'm gonna bleed in your mouth.
Hey, listen, nothing in the Bible says anything that you can't bleed in the dude's mouth.
True.
True.
That's
know.
true.
Blood's very powerful. So
Oh man, Poirier's he's like, it's like he beats everybody in front of him. Besides to get the title, and
except he can't win a title fight. But he's still not. Oh, wait, I got a good one. All right. Who's your top best dude who's never been champ? I'll go first. Yoel Romero.
wow, yeah, he had a couple of title fights. Whitaker, Izzy.
And never been champ, even though he really should have been champ.
I love you.
Every champ. Right? He beat Luke Rockhold. He beat Weidman. He really, I thought he beat Whitaker. He just didn't get the decision in that fight. I gave him the Izzy Adesanya fight too. Not a lot to judge it by, but so Yoel Romero for me is the best guy to never hold a UFC title.
In terms of like your favorite or like skill or like that close.
You could be your favorite. Like I guess Dustin Poirier would be one. Like that type of guy. Who else?
Yes.
Nate, yeah.
Oh,
Your favorite fighter who's never been the champ. Yeah.
oof.
Nate.
Yeah, probably Nate. I was gonna say Cowboy, but yeah, probably Nate.
Oh yeah, Cowboy never got the
Yeah.
title. That's right.
But Nate's the baddest motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who's the
Let's
baddest?
go.
Nate's the BMF. He lost
Oh,
his
Nate's the real BMF. Yeah.
Jorge.
Even though
Yo,
he
that
is like
doctor-
the original.
But even though, yeah, the doctor.
You know what? And honestly, if it was in any other state other than New York, they would have let it go. So
Vegas would have let it go. But I
Yeah.
hate that doctor. That doctor that stopped the fight. Did I tell you about that doctor? The incident I had with him?
oh, that's the same doctor
That's the doctor that was like,
With the Dell fight?
with the Delphi.
no. This is before my fight. So when I was gonna fight, you know, when you're over 35, you got to go get a neurologist to check you out, and then you got to do MRI and CAT scan. So that dude was the New York State Athletic Commission's neurologist. They sent me to see Dr. Singh or whatever he is. So I go to him and we're doing all the tests. You know, do you remember this? Remember that? They tell you like 5 words in the beginning of your thing. Then they play with your, you know, elbow, this, that. Then they ask you the 5 words. All right, everything good. I'm good. And then the doctor's like, all right. He's like, you're all good. I was like, all right, great, thanks. And he's like, "Are you sure you want to fight?" I was like, "Fuck you, Doc." I was like, he's like, "Aren't you too old?" I was like, "Oh, go
Are
fuck
you
yourself."
sure you want it? What a dick thing to ask someone.
He's like, "Aren't you too old?" I was like, "Oh, would you go fuck yourself?" I was like, "What'd the test say?" He's like, "You're good." I was like, "Well, I'm good. That's it." Oh my God. I was like, and then I seen him at the Nate Diaz fight, stopping the fight. I was like, now I really hate this guy. First he called me old. Then he freaking stops the Nate Diaz fight. I was like, this guy's on my shit list now.
Yeah, that was a real dick move on his part.
Kerry, you got a wire in front of your
Oh, I do?
there you go.
I don't
Listen, I'm a little high.
know with
There we go.
Justin
Hi, how are
Pavo
you?
about this. Maybe there's some like could be jealousy or insecurity on the doctor's part. Even though you would think he's a successful, secure person, it's like it doesn't matter. It's like people look at Bill Gates like this all powerful person. It's like if you can't, I don't know, dribble a basketball or do something like something athletic in your
I
life.
don't know. If you got a gut and bitch titties,
Exactly.
Right. And serious ones.
oh
If the
yeah.
rumor's true about Zuckerberg doing jujitsu, I respect it.
I hope so. I mean,
Didn't he just hit pads or some shit? I don't know.
whatever.
He's
at least
a
you
robot
might-
anyway.
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy's
robots
going
train
for
all
it.
the time.
You guys see Tom Hardy?
Yeah. Can we get Tom Hart celebrity jiu-jitsu tournament? I want to get Tom Hardy versus Mario Lopez.
Our celebrity jiu-jitsu tournament's gonna be great.
I wouldn't want.
I
Yeah,
would like to throw a celebrity jiu-jitsu tournament. Me and Kerry were talking about it.
Yep.
And then you know what I want to do, Ike? This was my friend Eddie. We were talking about this. We want to run 2 tournaments. You have a celebrity bracket, and then you have a regular Joe's bracket of the same weight class and experience level. The winner of the regular bracket gets to compete against the celebrity. So it would be like, oh, Ike, you got to compete against Tom Hardy. You'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
we're getting an autograph.
Well, I mean,
Either or.
Either
We're
one.
well, I'll just say this on here. We're starting to plan Players Brawl too. Super fucking excited about that. We're definitely changing the format up a little bit, just a little bit. The co-main event and the main event, how to make it happen how it should have happened. Really excited. Gonna invite everybody down, have everybody back. Hopefully Manimal and Isla end up battling in the semifinals again, and you know, I'll come home with a belt this time.
I really would like that belt. That was a pretty dope belt.
Oh, I have plans. I have plans. There might be 2
A little
sets of
upset.
belts.
I was a little upset, but I do have time to train for it. So
Yes. No, this is listen, if everybody can fucking train and get a little bit of a game together in like 10 months, you're sad.
Ike, do you like to play pool?
I like to swim in it, but I like 9-ball if I play pool because it gives you a chance against anybody.
You know, you're right. There's a lot more of a chance to win in 9-ball. Especially being if you pocket the 9, you get your object ball to hit the 9-ball, you pocket it, you win. You get the 9 on the break, you win. You get the 9 and the 8 on the break, you win. But you know, it's
break.
Theoretically the same game though, if you think about it. In 9-ball, you have to consecutively go 1 to 9, right? And in 8-ball, you don't have to consecutively go, but you still either have to get stripes or solids.
Speaking of break, did you see Kevin Holland's hand?
Yeah, everybody's
It was a
putting
nasty one.
photos.
And he fought the whole fight with it. Kerry, did you watch that fight? It was pretty
Still
entertaining.
have not watched it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Vintage
Okay.
Wonder Boy.
Yeah, Wonder Boy looked great. He was landing those spinning kicks. I mean, flush on his face. Spinning kicks to the body too were nice, to the head. There was just a point after the 3rd round. They could have really stopped it after round 3. That round 4, all he did was take a beating.
Are we allowed to call him Wonder Man now?
Wonder Man?
I should hope so.
No. Wonder Boy.
If he wants to be called Wonder Boy forever.
Yeah, he is like Peter Pan.
He's Peter Pan.
Did you see the video of him getting stitched
Little
up?
guy. What?
Did you see the video he was getting stitched up?
Was he arrested?
No.
Somebody put that headline out there. I didn't click it, but I was
No,
like,
somebody supposedly was arrested, and I still don't believe it, leaving Madison Square Garden. I can't remember.
Is he?
Yes. Do you believe, did that happen?
with the brass knuckles.
Yeah, did that really
Charges
happen?
the drop.
That actually happened?
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, I'm not
someone
surprised
made
that the charges were dropped. New York City, you could pretty much get away with a lot of things right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You guys see the axe video?
the axe
guy-
video?
oh,
I think the guy was in McDonald's or something, and these people started. I think the guy there was a problem. He gets
it was
punched.
in Penn State and McDonald's. It was in like literally where we all like walk past to go to the fucking garden. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, whatever he said, he just got punched and he stood there like just standing, taking it on the chin, and then he waited till the guy was done punching him, and he took an axe out of his backpack or hatchet.
Holy
It was
shit.
the best thing. It was the best thing I ever saw in my life. And I said to people, I'm like, listen, y'all could take all the guns you want, but let me tell you something. Where there's a gun, there's a Stabby Joe waiting right around the corner. If you want to do something, you're gonna do something. It doesn't matter what the weapons and the means are. If it's there, people are gonna use it. What I'm shocked about with that situation is how many people filmed it and not one person grabbed the chair and hit them.
All the time.
You know what I mean? Like there's a bunch of dudes. He was
syndrome.
waving it in a girl's face at one point. I watched the whole video. Waving it in a girl's face at one point who did nothing wrong. And like all these guys are watching. I'm like, y'all are a bunch of pussies.
I think he was released too. He because he was the innocent one in the issue. The crazy part of it. I know.
Crazy.
Like because he didn't start it, but it's like, no, you have a fucking hatchet in your backpack. That's the problem.
You should be able to carry a hatchet in your backpack. Fuck
I
it.
mean, really, these days, like, listen, you might meet somebody that's got something worse, a machete. So,
Gangs in New York.
New York City.
I'm all for open carry everything.
Me too.
I'm gonna take my sword with me.
I keep saying that. Can't I just bring my sword
just on the
everywhere?
back.
Like, you're really gonna fuck with a woman with a fucking gigantic sword that's actually like really meant to like cut someone in half with? I don't think
That
so.
shit is sharp.
And especially when I get out of my car after I rang you up, we're not gonna win.
What'd you call it? But your sword is long. You'd have to put it across your back. That'd be like
I know. That's the exciting part about it. That's the exciting part. How badass I would look.
You would look badass to
I was
back.
gonna say, you would look like an anime character with like a big.
Yeah, because
I'm like a walking anime, like the cartoon character.
Kerry's sword is like that ranger sword, so it's like 40 something inches long. So it's a hand and a half sword.
It's big.
So you could use it two-handed or one-handed. Well,
We like big ones.
one-handed if you're jacked. But,
Listen, a small sword for me is a dagger. You know what I mean? Like that's just
a
fucking
short,
calls
long
me to
sword.
fame.
No, yours is long though. Yours is like half a spear for you.
I love it. It's like half my body.
Yeah, I thought that whole card actually this week was good. That I'm happy Rafael dos Anjos won.
Yeah, we were wrong on that.
I mean,
Well,
I was worried because of Barberina's size, but Rafael dos Anjos made easy work of the takedowns. Thank the gods.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, so I'm happy about that. Clay Guida, I mean, listen, I know everyone was like, oh, he didn't look great. And I was like, dude, he's fucking
It's
40
Clay
years.
Guida.
He's
Give
still
him a
fighting.
break.
Let him fucking fight.
Oh,
Exactly.
I didn't know that RDA fought that much. He has the most cage time now.
Most cage time. What fight
He's-
has he been in that don't go the distance?
That's true.
I mean,
He's
this
also
one
been
gets
in there
now,
for a
but-
very long time.
he's waiting to get that Connor fight.
I don't think it even makes sense at this point.
Nah, dude. I mean, like, is
Stupid.
Connor going to fight? Like,
Yeah, well, he has to stop taking steroids and get
yeah,
back.
Rogan
he's like,
said-
you can
Rogan said
completely
something
tell
like
he's
that
he's
going
on
up.
steroids.
Yeah,
What?
I figure like everybody knew that, but like now it's like getting a lot of attention. Rogan said something about the USADA pool. Like,
So listen, Ike, this is how it works, and he's 100% right about it. So like Connor gets injured. When you get injured, you can come out of the testing pool. When you come out of the testing pool, because in order to heal up, you might be prescribed steroids,
Mm.
right? You might go to your doctor and they prescribe you
really?
steroids to heal. Very common. So it's a very common thing with recovery. So they
Poirier
can't
might
keep
be
people-
prescribed, right? With the
Huh?
stat, they might be prescribing Poirier, right?
Oh yeah, you have to come out of the testing pool because of that. But at the same time, if I know I'm not going to get tested, and I want to get fucking yoked, I'm gonna juice up for whatever 6 months, and then take six. Because you heard what Connor said. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna need a few months before I get back in a testing pool." Well, what the fuck are you doing if you need a few months to get back in the testing pool?
Oh, yeah, there's
If
not
you're
a lot of
blowing
drugs
lines
that
of
take that
coke,
long.
because if you're blowing lines of coke, that's gonna
That
be out
comes
of your
out of your
system in
system.
2 days.
Yeah. 7 at most.
Yeah. What? I mean,
The longest drug to come out of your system would be pot.
Weed, yeah.
Stores in your
And
fat.
even that would be 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Yeah, it stores in your fat. The
So what do you
most
need
probably
3
like
months to
8
come out of your
weeks.
system?
I don't know.
the John Jones
Oh, what
dick
never
pills
comes
can
out?
stay in your body forever.
What never comes out? Acid?
What?
I
Is
said,
it acid?
according to John Jones, dick pills can stay in your body forever.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
nanopicograms. No, what about acid? Doesn't that stay in you forever pretty much?
Yeah, but you can't really test for it.
I know.
You got to take a spinal tap to test it.
Yeah, nobody's fucking taking anything out
No
of my
one's
spine.
doing that.
No.
Oh no, no one will even ever do it.
No.
Like, you'll never get tested for that.
I like joked around once with a bunch of my friends. We were all on something, I don't know. And I looked at them like, if he dies, I get a spine. Yes, he was on something.
Careful with that.
I know.
You wanna
it's a
be an
terrible
organ
thing to
donor,
say, but
man.
listen, when you're fucked up, you say stupid shit.
Leave my organs where they are.
I'm not trying to take anybody's. Like that was something I said when I was high.
Are you trying to set up your scene over there, Kerry, with the boxing gloves behind you?
No, I always have them here when
Set
I'm
up
not
the MMA
training.
scenery.
They always go there when I'm not training. I gotta get my get new ones. Anyway, let's get back to fights.
Good fights this weekend. Although,
Everybody fans of Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
yeah, I trained with Jared before in the city.
Nice.
Good
He's
guy.
a guy?
He was, now he's out in Milwaukee with what the fuck's
Felder,
his name?
right?
Huh?
Felder?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what the kickboxer's name is.
I thought he went somewhere
Lucas?
else. I don't know. I
Duke?
also haven't been on social media in like 5 years.
I thought he was in Minnesota. But whatever. So yeah, Jared Gordon. I mean, I hope he beats Patty Pimblett, but truthfully, if I was gonna be 100% honest,
You
I hope
want
he has a
Patty to
good-
win, so Matt gets the fight.
Yeah.
yes, that's 100% what I'm thinking. I mean, I want Jared to win because I like Jared, but I like Steamroller a lot more. And if Patty wins this fight, it'll add to his shine. And
Like
then if
Steamroller a
Steamroller
lot.
can derail him, that'll be a way better
Well,
outcome.
win or lose, it'll still be a good fight for him.
But it's better if he wins. You
Oh, yeah,
always want- you always want to fucking take a guy down as he's coming up. You don't want to catch a guy in the decline. That's
Well, I mean, like what? I mean, yeah, but like he's been on a big come up. So like, if he lost this, it really wouldn't.
no, he has
Yeah.
to win this fight.
But
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you
want to
this.
see him beat Jared. So I'm not. But
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't wanna
I
see him
do
beat
want to
Jared
see.
either.
I do want to see Matt get that fight. And why not? You
And
know?
they would still, I mean, I'm just seeing that Patty did a podcast with Dana White. I think Dana White has a podcast. The March card in the UK would be there for Patty to fall back on. Like it would be for him to fight in his hometown, get more oomph. And Matt's got the balls to step in the UK
Yeah.
for that. So even if Patty
Well,
lost
that's
this fight,
what he's been calling for. So that'd be great.
London.
London. I won't be going to merry old England because I am nervous as hell about traveling out of the country, but whatever.
I would not leave the country if you paid me right now.
Well, I mean,
I'm good. I am good. I will honestly, like, I'll go like buy a VR set or some shit and just go there in my brain.
you're gonna go to the metaverse. I'm staying out of the metaverse.
No, not in the metaverse. I don't have to be in the metaverse. I went to my friend's house and we did VR and all that shit like 2 years ago. And like, holy crap, I'm like thinking I'm in the middle of the room. I'm in the corner shooting at myself. It was hysterical.
Sarah likes that shit too. The VR stuff. I'm not really.
It's cool. I mean, honestly, like you really do. It's a little creepy because you feel like you're in there. You know, you don't get punched. So like if you're, doing a boxing game, it's not like that. But archery, very fun. You really feel like you
Screen.
actually feel like you're doing it. And I'm like, I must look so cool right now. I probably look like the biggest douche ever.
Keeping a screen
think
1
you
inch
look
from your
good?
eyes can't be good.
What?
Keeping a screen 1 inch from your eyes can't be good.
It's not really 1 inch from your eyes. They're way thicker than that.
Oh,
Oh, please. When we were kids, our mom would tell us, don't sit too close to the TV. You're
Yeah.
going to go blind. Now we fucking look at the screen all day.
Yeah.
So yeah, this weekend, the main event sucks. Jan versus Ankalev. I mean, not that it sucks as far as they're two good fighters, it just sucks because they kind of diss Glover on that. Like Glover was like, I'll fight Jan because I've trained for him before, but I won't fight Ankalev without a full camp. And they're like, whatever, we're gonna make an interim title. He's like, what the hell? Like, am I not? He's 40 something years old. He's like, I've never trained for that guy before, Ankalev. He's like, I'd want a full camp.
And the fact that they wouldn't give it to him is like retarded.
Yeah, retarded.
yeah.
The UFC is so annoying to me.
It actually is a really good card.
Yeah, well, the Jared Gordon, Patty Pimblett. What else is on there, Kerry?
Darren Till's fighting. I can't Duplessis. I can't pronounce that guy's name. Bryce Mitchell's fighting.
Oh, Ilya Tapora, right?
Yeah.
That's a great fight. I like that. I like Bryce Mitchell.
Alex Morano's fighting Santiago Ponzinibbio. It's a good card.
Oh.
Prelims. Let's see. We got
Chris Curtis, Joaquin Buckley,
Rosenstruck versus Chris Dawkins, and then
Billy Q.
Yeah, some good fights on that card. I mean, I really thought this week's card was a sleeper of a great card. Like it wasn't really the card that just passed wasn't advertised that much, but man, what a banger!
It's true.
But yeah, this week the main event just but the other fights are pretty good on that.
There's a lot of good fights on there though.
Any good girl fights on there, Kerry?
Huh?
Any good girl fights on there?
I don't think there's.
I didn't see one actually, unless I've been tripping out and there was one and I didn't see it. Let's see. No, there's no girl fights on that one. The next fight night, it doesn't look like there is either. They just don't want us fighting. Oh nope, there is. There's one girl fight on the next one. So after that,
I hope Jan wins. That way, then Glover is the #1 contender, right?
Yeah, then Glover should fight Jan.
That'd be awesome. A rematch.
absolutely.
Yeah, great rematch. I really too bad Yuri is on the shelf because I would have liked to see Glover,
Part two.
up. And fucking Glover was winning that whole fight too.
Yes,
Which
he
is great.
was.
He really was.
He was winning it till he wasn't. He looked so good.
I mean, almost the whole fight he was winning.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo, Glover's my hero.
Theory.
As an older guy, Glover's really like. He's really the hero for all the older guys out there. He sticks with his jujitsu. He does his style. What a fucking G.
Humble dude too.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I met him. I fought one of his guys my first fight in Bellator. And Ray knows everyone, so but his dude should have stuck with him too. Oh well. That's what he gets.
His teammate Pereira. Originally, I wanted Izzy to win. I was like, just keep the title, keep it moving. But I like Pereira, and I feel like Izzy was a little full of himself.
Yeah, dude, Pereira is nasty.
Rogan disagrees. He was Izzy was on a podcast, and they're drinking and yucking it up. Rogan was like, oh man, he's handling like a real good champ. Look at him. He did the press conference after he's on this podcast. I don't know. I want it's painful. Why are you trying to hide it? You know what I mean? I get it. Hide it with laughter and drinking, but it's like, I don't know.
He was close to winning that fight too, to Izzy's credit.
Yeah.
Dude, he lost again to the same guy. That's why I'm like
3 times, right? Some guys just have your number.
Now, Izzy said, quote unquote, even if Whitaker or Vittori fights Pereira and wins, he still wants to come back and face Pereira, not face for the belt. He wants the immediate rematch to be against Pereira.
Izzy really, truthfully, is going to need a little time. He just got knocked out. So he really, if he's smart, should take 6 months.
That would be the way to go.
Yeah, you don't want to get knocked out again. You know, you see what happens when guys fight too frequently. After they get knocked out, your brain needs time to recover. Really, my personal belief, and I know it sucks because you got to fight, you need a minimum 6 months. If it's bad, you need a year.
Yeah.
You know, which is tough because guys have to fight to make money, but
Yeah.
you know,
You talked about the card this past weekend, Chris Dawkins. They said he had like orbital bone, and he was only like 5.5 months after that, and getting punched in the face. I was like, who the hell did he fight again? Eric Anders, and
he's a beast.
the way he was reacting, like it was like something was not feeling right in his face. Like he would just fall back and lay down on the mat.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with fighting. Like you have to do it, or else you don't get paid.
The TJ thing, right?
The TJ thing. But I mean, although Aljo did say you hurt yourself doing the wrong defense too. So there's something to be said for that.
Speaking of, is it official with Henry? Is that really gonna happen? I feel like it's not.
They're saying it, but you know, I don't think that's right either. Why should Henry Cejudo? Listen, I think Henry Cejudo's a great champ, Olympic gold medalist. He got a lot of stuff like
Then
that.
everybody's gonna say, "Oh, you got a fat Henry, a retired Henry." Like Aljo's never.
Yeah,
gonna
they
have
could
any-
just come back and immediately get the title shot. Because if Henry wins, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Aljo ain't shit." And if Aljo dusts Henry in the first round, which he might, then they're gonna be like, "Oh, Henry was on the shelf. He retired."
That'll be an excuse.
So I don't fucking want to see it. Let him fight. Sugar Sean earned the shot, didn't he?
Woo, dude, he's gonna ragdoll him.
I don't know. I think Sugar Sean's a tough fight. I think.
If
I
he
think,
can
of
get
course,
past
I think
the-
Aljo's gonna. Of course, I think Aljo's gonna dust him.
Yeah.
But Sugar Sean has proven to be a very tough competitor. So, and he is fresh, competitive. He really earned the shot.
He's
Get
fresh.
off
He
the-
needs so.
Now you're bringing Henry Cejudo, hasn't fought in 3 years, off the shelf. Stop it. He's unranked. You just fucking bring me in there to fucking fight him too. You know, we're fucking bring Kerry in there to go fight for the title. We fucking bringing guys out of left field.
Hey, don't discredit him.
Ah!
Kerry could be the female. She could be Sugar Kerry.
No, I'm better.
Candy Kerry. Candy Kerry.
Candy Kerry.
Like I'm better than that.
I could see,
Candy
like,
Crush
the-
Kerry.
The braids.
No, I'm the
Candy
tiger
Crush.
shark.
The braids, the reach, and
I'm a tiger shark.
imagine Kerry like fighting for like a ROC title, and I wonder if you would be a shit talker at the press conference or something like, or you would just be like,
Oh no, if you saw me at Players Brawl, I once the camera's in my face and I'm competing, like I am like all personality, yelling, talking myself up. It's great.
you got to get that footage. Is it
Yeah,
on?
I'm pretty I could be a little obnoxious, but it's all fun.
Much like the moon landing footage, I think she taped over it. No, I'm just kidding. Although they really did tape over the moon landing footage. You would think that'd be something you want to save, Ike.
Yeah, right. Like forever.
Like the only copy you taped over it. Seems a little suspect, doesn't
They're
it?
like, you know what, guys? Maybe if we tape over it or tell them that they won't think we faked it.
They
No,
would
no,
call it
trust us. We
Midnight
did.
Cowboy.
No, trust
We
us.
really made it.
Oh,
What
yeah,
about
she must the tape. Oh, no.
What
we
about the
taped over it.
cheese? What about like all like the chorizo and cheese planets that they're putting up there?
Oh, when they make the charcuterie planets, right? And they're like, is this Mars or charcuterie? And you have to pick, and half the time it's charcuterie.
Yeah, or
I think you're saying we have less than a minute, Ike.
oh, all right. Well,
What's yours saying?
We're missing our boy Harry Tubman.
All right, Harry Tubman. Guys, awesome doing a nice little podcast tonight.
yes.
Good seeing your beautiful faces.
Good seeing
My
her.
bad for not being
Over there.
consistent.
Kerry, I'll see you in the gym tomorrow.
You will.
in the gym tomorrow.
I'm taking a week to do housework and reset.
All right.
Sounds like your
Yeah.
fucking balls went up into your belly, but hopefully they drop next week.
Why I order?
All right, we are now exiting the Twilight Zone.
Later, boys and girls.